Welcome back. I ain't gonna hold you guys. The restart did not work. We are still trying to run the .NET install. So here's what I'm gonna do. Open Chat GPT. I do not use Perplexity and Deep. As a matter of fact, let me take my credits. Anyway, we'll focus on that later. I'm gonna share my screen and show you what's going on. But first, let me log in and not show you my credentials again. And then share this streaming link to my socials. And for those of you who are new, I'm simply trying to get this thing to work. Um, I'm simply trying to get this thing to work, but I don't know if it feels like it right now. But we're gonna figure it out. Let's finish logging into ChatGPT. My favorite tool because it actually works when it's not running out of. What's my password? I don't know what my password is. Uh, Chat GPT. That's not my password. Guys, I can't even log into my account. Let's see if it's on my phone. This is not good. Um, I'm gonna share the screen in a minute. I do need to find out what my password is though for ChatGPT. I think I have it in at least one other. It's not stored as ChatGPT. It's stored as Auth Open AI. Pray to God this works. And then I should have a one-time code, which I'm hoping works over here. No, that was invalid. I don't know about you guys, but um, the emotion I feel is incredible embarrassment when things like this happen. But at least I'm patient and I just got signed in. So let's go. Let's go share the. Was my screen share only on Chrome the first time for the first live stream? Wow, it's a good thing we had a restart. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is actually run my whole feedback here into this and find out why is it not working. But of course, I'm gonna let it know what's the background. So background, I am trying to compile program.cs file on my Mac, M1. I installed. HD's hard drive, but I am getting this error. I I'm sorry, this is to be ChatGPT 4. What am I using right now? And in the meantime, let's see if I did the stream right the first time. We live and we learn, right? It was right the first time. All right, perfect. It's contour light. It's not the best. Oh, haha. Um, where is the target project defined though? Like, where do they say this is the name of the target project? Target framework. If I have to go through all of this, imagine the people that I know it said C is a prerequisite, but my God, this is nuts. All right, shall we try again? Shout out to ChatGPT every time. Stop trying to go live because uh I did not interpret the error message as enter some text. Hello there. Boom, language English. Hola, ¿qué tal? Spanish, perfect. Wagwan. Indonesian, okay, this is not what OpenAI is using for language detection. All right, I feel good. I feel good. I feel excellent, as a matter of fact. I feel unstoppable. So let's head right back over to Azure, and I'm gonna sign myself in. It remembered me. Thank you, Jesus. You guys should um, not use something as secure as Azure. Oh, look at my picture. That's from 2019. Time is flying. All right, so let's head back to our resource, and then we're gonna um, not the resource. We're gonna populate the lab because remember we're doing a hackathon, guys. So I'm doing a hackathon. So let me make sure I'm in the. Look at all them badges and trophies. Come on now, qualified. All right, so we are over here, and honestly, whatever the knowledge check does, it does today. All right, let's open this lab, and let's get back to creating our service that works with C sharp on .NET that's running successfully. And all it took was a device restart and getting some feedback from GPT since I can't talk to nobody right now. Everybody's at work. Everybody there at work. This wasn't Indonesian though. I'm very disappointed that that's what you thought. And we should be able to debug this. So let's start with the hello, not debug to understand this. But let's pay attention first. .NET run, prompted, Right. Oh, that's it? That's all I'm supposed to do? You can write you can write code that consumes the APIs directly. Why do I need to use the SDK? Oh, it will simplify development. Well, I just went through a lot. Mm, do I want to do this? I should. So let's do it. Uh, I should, right? Expand the SDK client folder, and then we're gonna go right to C sharp. I mean, I see this, and then oh, now you tell us about CD after I earlier did it. It's not even working. CD. All right, so we're an SDK client, and then we're gonna run this package, which they say, which is also not copying. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I understood that. All right, there we go. We're gonna run this package, and there you go with the warnings. Let's see if it works. Uh, view the contents of the folder. Okay, so they want me to understand it to populate my endpoint and my key. So I'm gonna get that from here. I'm getting it from here because I already got it from the Azure portal. And then we're gonna also go. Oh, you guys should not be seeing this. I'm so sorry. You should not be seeing these keys. It's bad, bad security practice. Wait, no, never mind. I was gonna say it's supposed to be passed as a secret, but no, it's not how this is working. I don't know why. I wonder why I have to hard code that. They need to teach me how to mask that. I mean, I need to learn that rather, but you know what I mean. I would like to learn. Um, SDK folder contains. Just a second here. Oh wow, I might be doing Visual Studio on this. Oh god. When you don't pay attention. Oh, it's a video tutorial. I was coding this myself the whole time for no reason. But that's okay. That's okay. I want the SDKs, I want the packages, I want everything because for my own app, I will be using these. So it's good to know. I will not rewrite my app though in C sharp right now. All right. So anyway, um, can this? Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Can we now view the contents of the West folder? Done. Done. Just done. View the contents. App settings. Done. Open the file. And update the values here for the endpoint. Note the namespace for the SDK that I installed is imported. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't really. I wonder if they want to show me that. Note that the namespace for the SDK installed. So the SDK installed a while ago was the language um something language text analysis. It's still picking up 7.0. So this needs to go to 9. Uh I could run install again, but no, not right now. Code in the main function retrieves the endpoint. Okay, so from what I understand, this is just a guide on like what this all is all about. Oh, okay, here we are. So the key credentials over here being stored. URI, we learned that earlier, what that is, but I can't remember that right now. But it had to do with SDKs and REST. Um, all right, who's emailing me at 1:25? Oh, all right, and then make sure we're in the right folder, and then we're going to do .NET Run again. Enter some text. Yo, English. Wagwan. Let's go to Indonesian again. It said English. Wagwan. Let's see if I. English. Hola. Spanish. Let's say English. Hmm. Oh, you mean English? All right. Let's put some Trini in there. Let's say with jail, buddy. English. Um. Man. That was Spanish. It's not so accurate. And I also noticed that we get more details from um the other one than this. I don't know. I don't know why. Does it explain why the SDK is less accurate than the C sharp than the REST interface? Let's ask Chat GPT. In the meantime, I could close this client because we don't need it. And I'm sorry, let me just make sure we actually don't need it. If you're not using the resources, go ahead and delete them when done. When done. All right, good. Yeah, we could leave. I hope I don't get punished for not using that. I'm using my own laptop. What the? What's happening? let's switch to GPT Mini because 4.0 is thinking a very long time. No, it's not even responding. Let's do a refresh. Hmm. Is and for those of you watching, this format is how the REST response or REST formats the information. So it's up to the code to take this and parse it back to me. Mm. ChatGPT is so smart; it can tell me why. It can break this all down in such a more advanced way. I'm blown away. Anyway, so we're done with this exercise. Now I have to do a knowledge check. How are client applications typically granted access? Um, the application must specify a valid subscription key for the resource. Yeah, gotta have a right key and the endpoint. No, not a password, and no. Which format are messages exchanged? The REST API, it's JSON. And there we go. We got the right answers. So, anyway, the DEI guy ain't doing too bad. I'm a big fan of cybersecurity. Um, let me let me share what's going on over here. All right, so let's head right back to the rest of the course, shall we? Um, and am I on the leaderboard yet? Mm, mm. Modules I've completed. This is not accurate, but let's go. Wait, is it accurate? Hold on, guys. Oh, I'm in the wrong challenge. I was shocked for a second. Uh, we're doing the AI engineer. There we go. 2 modules, and I said my goal today is to be up on that leaderboard. So on the first page is what I want. So I'm over here, but we're gonna jump. We're gonna head in the. Can I do the top 3 today, or should I not fly too high to the sun? I'm gonna aim for top 3. I'm gonna aim for number 1, but I'd set it for the first page. All right. I'm way too easily distracted. Well, not easily distracted, but um, let's go. Secure AI services, love it. My favorite topic. And as a matter of fact, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think we could go up to analyze video today. Let's go. I got the time and the interest. So we're gonna authenticate the services, which we know some of them manage network security. So we're gonna get into network resource groups and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna have a subscription, which we have. Go to the portal. Oh, I need to delete the resources I'm not using. So we're gonna go over to our subscription. If you don't know, there we go. I don't know how long I could be in this posture, but that's what it say. Okay, good. I know it says to close this, but I think I might be using it somewhere, so we're gonna leave it open. Service. So we're at secure AI services. Let's go and protect our AI. So I'm a big fan of this. This feels very intimidating, but I've been using command line for some years now. But I don't know if I would say it ever gets easier. Each AI service is provided with 2 keys. For using both keys, only use one, okay, and then use regenerate with 2, and then switch, like rotate them. Let's hope I actually read that right. So we're gonna go to the portal and then head over to the resource keys, which I recall was under keys and events, resource management, keys and endpoints. And then, okay. Here we have regenerate key 1 or 2. So I didn't use 2, so I'm gonna just regenerate 2. We're gonna use key vault to store them, it seems. I'm gonna actually read this one because, again, last time I tried to use key vault, it failed. And I thought I followed the steps. So I'm gonna change my ways and read. It's a service that you can store secrets for those of you, such as passwords and keys. So if you guys need to log into your email, you could use this service for that. In the software world, we're using it because when your app on your phone needs to work, it sometimes needs to talk to the server in the back. And the server wants to be like, who are you? Am I sure you're the app? And the app is like, yeah, here's my key. And it's like, okay, come. So that's the whole point of the key. And another thing I'm going to go further to say is if you're already a developer, do not do what I did today and hard code the keys, because we need to do better and pass them in variables. So hopefully this is going to teach us how to do that as well. So access to the key vault is granted to security principals, which you can think of user identities that are authenticated using Microsoft Entra ID. How it works, not sure right now. I know how Entra ID works, but I'm not sure how it works with the key, unless the fact that Microsoft generated the key, it's a part of Entra ID. That could be what it's saying. Administrators can assign a security principal to an application, in which case it's known as a service principal. Okay, don't know what that means. Outside of the context of Entra ID, I don't know what that means. To define and manage identity for the application. Oh, I wonder if it means. It means like this, where you. Oh, I'm not allowed to. I think it means you can assign another resource to govern another resource. Um, and here's a nice diagram. Identify, get the key. I'm guessing this is the app getting the key, probably from my back end in this case. And then, so with the app I'm working on, how would I use this between the front and the back end? I don't know. I have different use cases. I actually don't know yet. Would it be like a like Stripe? I put the Stripe key in here, and then my app would my app would let's ask ChatGPT. Never be afraid to learn, guys. Never be afraid to learn. So let's find out, how can I use this scenario to work with Stripe? And don't worry, we're going to get back to coding in a minute. But I'm like, why would I move them to the back to constantly rotate the key? So someone does get into the back, just send out once and update every now and then. It's more secure. It's like when you try to log into something and you get that code changing all the time. They're saying that's the better way to sign into something. But I still don't get how Azure is going to do that rotation all the time, because unless I have to code the rotation in, and use the instructions that they gave, which is this. But this is a command line interface command. So tell me more. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm at number 4. Yeah. Okay, so I understand in this case the key is moving to the back end, but how will they be ephemeral or constantly regenerated without manual? I had curry today, which was excellent. Let me open this balcony door, even though the AC is on, to get a little light. It's getting a bit dark. I don't know, man. ChatGPT's been taking a while lately. We got work to do, so let's. Oh, okay, good. Oh, well, I didn't ask the question. I didn't ask if Stripe does it. Stop responding, please. We gotta be clearer. One of the things I do enjoy about Trinidad is the constant access I get to very cheap. But never mind. All right, while that's taking its time, let's head right back to here. Maybe this does not apply to me. Uh, Otherwise, we know how to create our key. Well, let's read. Done that before. Okay. Questions sent in many different ways. Okay. So this is saying here we can go to the subscription, open the Azure AI services, which we have over here, and it says we can make a resource by specifying a subdomain by running the following resource group name. Okay. Am I supposed to edit these fields? Oh, did you say? Sounds like a whole lot of mumbo jumbo. Let's come again. Short-lived keys for Stripe are not generated by Key Vault. Know that. Instead, my code, which is PHP, that calls the Stripe APIs to generate the keys, and then the app calls the. Okay, I got some work to do. I need to take a note of this, or I could just reference this chat again. I know, but I have a pen right here. So I need to use the Stripe API. Um, and then create a variable in the front end to pass my keys into for Stripe. Well, I'd have to do it in the back end in my API. Do it in the back end in my. And I'm sorry, guys. I know we're doing a hackathon, but a reason I'm doing a hackathon is because I'm working on an actual real life project too that I want to get the lessons from and implement. So when you see me thinking, is because I'm actually building something too that I want to use this knowledge for, not just hackathoning in for the sake of hackathoning. So in my scenario in real life, I in this early stage have the Stripe keys hard coded, and I'm trying to figure out how do I make it even more secure because I'm huge on cybersecurity. That's like my MO for life. So especially in today's world. So um, from what I get, I could put the Stripe keys. I could use the Stripe API to call my keys. I'm guessing Stripe has their own auto generation. I can store that version of Stripe in my backend, it seems, specifically in my API folder. And then, what's this? Oh, the clean is just. Oh, sorry, guys. And I know I said I'm distracted, but um, yeah, I guess I put it in my API folder. And then for the actual app on the actual phone, we're going to have to, I don't know, I guess the keys out of that folder, I might have to do a diagram for this because the part where it goes from being in the back end to being called from the app is where I'm finding like a gray area. Like, how do I actually? I think I should already have Stripe, Stripe package. I'm gonna have to do a diagram. So I think I read enough right here. Let's head right back into. Um, I want to clean these, but it has to be the. Do they want me to actually follow this? Let's do it. So we're gonna go and create a subdomain in PowerShell. So let's go over to that. Mm, 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 mm. Am I the biggest fan of PowerShell? No. Do I prefer Bash? Yes. Do I prefer to go into my resource and access the? Yes, I do. Oh, the fears. Am I in? Oh, it's connecting. I'm rushing because of the nerves. But we're doing this together, guys. Mm, 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 mm. It's telling me nothing will persist and I'm giving you all my business, but luckily they'll all go. The cleaners are calling. Um, Hey, how are you? Well, the only day available is going to be the 5th of March and the 6th of March after today. I'm in a meeting now. Can I call you back? All right. All right. So, yeah, I think we have a whole CLI over here. Instead of me having to um, do this, which I told y'all I don't really love to do, but we're going to do it anyway. All right, we're gonna have to find a subscription again. I think it was called Student Sub. Yeah. Oh, it has placeholder text. That's very useful. Not anymore. Mm, and what's my subscription name? Which is Student John AI. You can't find me. All right. Am I supposed to be in here? I'm just trying to get into my I told you guys I'm not the biggest fan of PowerShell. Yeah, I don't want to do PowerShell. Um, could you imagine if Bash is worse? Yeah, that's not what I want either. All right, let's try this. And one of my quirks is the instructions are here, but the thing is, when I read it, it says I could create the domain by selecting my subscription with a command, but it's obviously asking me to put the information in here. But I think I just tried that, and I think I just failed at that. So maybe what I should do is the following. Watch this. But until then, I'm gonna just read. It's the same thing. All right. Let's do the following. Let's see if it works. I apparently can't use the arrows, so we're going to take them off. We're going to try again. Boom. I overthought it for no reason. Then we're going to head into creating the subdomain. So let's do that. We're going to call it, what am I making? We're going to make it, we're going to make it auth API. We're gonna put, I think it's East US 2. I'm pretty sure that I could do this with the graphic user interface, the GUI, but all right, go ahead. I don't even know what the SKU type is. Why are they giving us this to do? Let me see what happens if I don't populate anything and I just run it as is. So let's clear that. Let's clear all that and let's run it as is. And I can't. So what if I read it? It did say you can do it in different ways. Uh, I kind of know how to do a subdomain through DNS zone, which is probably longer. Um, the thing is, I don't really know what to put for the SKU type. I'm not sure what the options are. I could ask ChatGPT, and we're gonna ask ChatGPT. Never feel guilty. In the meantime, I'm tinkering here. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Um. Okay. Kind of sucks is I wish I knew the manual way to do it. Well, this is the manual way. I mean, I wish I knew the. Um, I wish I knew the non-terminal way to do it, but I guess it's always good to have command line um, expertise strengthened. Student John AI account name. I think it was just my name. Oh, we're creating computer vision and SO. I think we're gonna stick with East US 2 and we're gonna pray to God that this works. And if it doesn't work, then I didn't understand something. If I didn't understand something, okay. I don't know if I'm supposed to do this then because it's blocking or potentially not finding. I am absolutely sure I've seen cognitive services before, but I'm not finding them. I'm not finding it right now. So let's see. I told myself I'll be on the leaderboard, so we're gonna figure this out by any means necessary. Maybe I don't understand fully what the cognitive services cognitive services is, because I remember there being like a logo and everything, but right now, oh, oh, they're renamed. That explains a lot. So what are we making here? If it's I'm gonna show you guys something that I know, and then we're gonna see if it works. So I know when you wanna add intro access, you can do this, well, this, but it seems that we can't. So uh, I'm seeing a lot of stuff happening here that I don't know if I should be seeing, but okay. Yeah. So here are permissions management. Um, I definitely think this is just a guide. I don't think I'm supposed to be doing this for the hackathon, but yeah, I'm not, because all of this is underneath the access. And also, um, this is one of the ways. So this is one way, it seems, which I'd love to learn more of. Um, but I'm just not understanding this thing. The thing with Microsoft, okay, there's multiple ways to authenticate. I want to know what's the purpose of the subdomain to the subdomain and the um this. So I should have a subdomain for my business, which I guess is the endpoint. Let's find out. It's the endpoint. We just wasted 10 minutes. Okay, good. They're related, but they're different. Oh God. The endpoint. No, we didn't. Hold on. So, all right. So this is saying that the endpoint contains a subdomain, which is this, my thing here, which is the name of my service. But I already did that when I made the service, which is the Azure AI Services multi-service account. So we did in fact waste 10 minutes um, doing something that is already done, which contributed to a lot of confusion because this is the manual way, and I did it the way with the interface. Did we learn something? Yes, that we can do it. If what is that? Is that a bird again? I'm gonna close the door. What we did learn is that we could do it the manual way if we wanted to in the future, but I'm gonna stick to the interface way. Now we're gonna look at the network access restrictions and let's see if we could do it the manual way. So as you could see my screen, I'm just gonna look for network. Good, we have access to the network. Could close this. And then we could probably do the whole custom IP thing and whatever. So let's follow it. Let's read. All AI services are accessible from all networks by default. Some can be configured to restrict access. So we can not allow public internet to get onto it. So if you have an app and you don't want someone on, I guess, on their B Mobile network to use your app, you could block them. You could probably even block a household because if you could control the network, you can probably control the IP address and the sub IPs connecting to you. Why would you want to do that? I don't know. I guess if you're rolling out your app in certain parts of the country or parts of the world, you can limit some people being able to see it. It's like when Uber restricted Mobile before they launched, probably. They likely use something like this. Uh, all right. So we know that we have this. Okay, lab time. So help me God. Let's go. We're going on the leaderboard. I just did the puzzle. Where's the lab? I thought we had a lab to do. Oh, this lab emphasized that we need to know C sharp and Python, but the most I had to do with, I mean, I guess I knew enough, but mm, I expected to code a lot more today. I'm doing a lot more infrastructure today. So now let's read. Log into Windows as student and password that they give us must be loading. So we're gonna close this. We're gonna keep our GPT. So we're at 3 out of 10. What is this? Connection interrupted. That scared me a little bit. While that's loading, let me look at my photos I got. All right, we're connected. I love how you click that and it just does what it's supposed to do. I remember years ago. Actually, I probably can't even tell that story. All right, so this time we're gonna. Do I have to use this? No, I'm gonna use my laptop. So we're gonna read this, which says to copy the repo and then get to work. So we have copied the repo. I'm gonna get to work. I guess I could. There's nothing to commit here, my friend. We are going to save this though, all of it, and close that. And then we're gonna open a new file. I had a scenario the other day, and I'm pretty sure someone misunderstood me. And it was the funniest thing because I couldn't understand why that was happening. I know lately autism has been like, you know, the ADHD conversation, meaning it's now mainstream. And my friend said, the person probably has autism because they're probably not getting the cue of what you said. And I've seen patterns. And I said, oh, I had to apologize for the fact that I used cue based language. Well, I had to, but I chose to apologize because it obviously was leading to a breakdown in communication, um, which has since been resolved. But I think it was pretty cool how that worked out. Okay, so we need to clear. Is the VS Code? I don't know what you're doing with all that. I just need to have a new file. Okay, so we're gonna clone this. I hate showing all my stuff, but we're gonna. Huh? I'm sorry. What? No repository found. Oh, that scared the heck out of me. Yeah. When it's cloned, open it, and then we're gonna open the lab files folder, and then we're going to open the. It's always this. We're gonna open C sharp. The last time we never opened any. Oh, okay. Got nothing to do with this, I guess. So now we're gonna look for this. We already have this. I know we already have keys for this service, so I guess we're just gonna configure the keys again. I should practice the command line method since I did it manually the first time. Would it have to sign me in? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know the command line method. I'm so sorry. And I don't know what scenario would go to the portal. We're gonna go into the copy the key that I need. We're gonna go over into our file. What's the file? What's the file, guys? JSON file? Yeah. Even though I have the SDK now, so I should be able to use it, I think. We're gonna try. Even though the JSON thing taught me a lot, it taught me how the service is reading the information I give it, which I really value. Um, yeah. I think that's well. We have the rest. We have the SDK. I can't believe I'm building in front of you guys. It's very exposure therapy. Um, I don't need that right now. All right. So we have our keys. We have our endpoint link loaded. The keys again is the permission to go into the back end. And the back end in this case is the Azure actual. The back end is this. It's the Azure AI service, which is, I guess it's technically like a, it's what is used to read the language that you're using in your text, understand what it is, give you feedback about it. I don't know why it's not called a language service and it's called a multi-service account. Oh, because it does different things at once. Oh, it could read and talk and okay. I just had an epiphany. I need to go to yeah. All right. All right. So cool. We understand what we're doing for now. And then we're gonna head right back over to testing the service. So it's saying we could use, and I guess I can, in the O2 AI services security folder. I have to edit O2 folder. We have to go to the rest command file. This is a Mac, but okay. We're seeing a big Windows logo, but we're gonna keep moving. And we're gonna replace the endpoint with mine. Uh, we're gonna change the key to my key. One of the things I've learned is one of the things I have learned is to um, kind of focused. Hold on. Is to remove these triangles. In case you didn't know. All right, and then save the changes, and then go to rest. Okay. I'm not sure why it keeps saying open and integrate terminal when we could just say open in. Oh, because it's a collection of files. Hmm. Um. Okay. I'm not sure I understand what this is saying. All right, let's do what it says. Dot rest test. Yeah, now I have to figure out. Oh, it says permission denied. So we're gonna do sudo override any permission blocker. Command not found. Hold on. dot rest test dot cna. Command not found. So why is it telling me to do that exactly? It's telling me to, I'm guessing, execute that file. Maybe if I just do a run. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm not really sure. Let's ask our friend what to do about this. Yeah. What? Open the file, which I did that here. Uh-huh. And then if it runs a simple rest command using curl, which it did, we are gonna create a file named rest test sh. So if I wasn't, oh no 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 no, JP, permission denied. And if this doesn't work, what do we do? I'm still not found. Let's do what GPT says. We're gonna make the file runnable. It says bad host name. Bad host name again. If I go live, would that fix it? Nope. Yeah, I don't know. It says URL rejected, which I'm guessing the URL that was rejected is my API endpoint, probably. Oh, this is 9. Let's try again. Can't believe in this day and age, this is what we're doing. Uh, I think I did that. Let's try again. Yeah, okay. And then open the file and check if it starts with a proper shebang line. No, I didn't customize my endpoint. In this case, I wouldn't say reading is fundamental, but using what I read is fundamental based on the new information. And then we have to edit our key. So yeah, I wouldn't say reading fundamental, but you gotta. It is fundamental, but in this case, you gotta use what you read, boy. So let's head over to executing this again, and there we go. We got the language English. We got a confidence score Um, what is it reading though? Like, where's the whose language? Oh, who is this? Oh, if he's a DEI hire, why is he working? Oh my god. If this brother, if he is a DEI hire, why is he working? Why am I working? I thought we were DEI. All right, so it's hilarious. All right. So I actually need to figure out. I'd like to figure out what language is it detecting, and I guess reading is fundamental. So let's go. Okay, so it says input file. It did not tell us what is an input file, and I'm referring to input data. I'm referring to here. I'm not sure if the input data is supposed to be what I wrote in the command command line, or what. And here's talking about service principals, which is where the other apps can use this tool. But I'm hoping I could extrapolate what I learned here into my actual application of this because I don't have the permissions to do a service principal right now. So, um, what is this thing at the end? Use an application. Just tell me to do a .NET Key Vault. Oh, .NET Run. Did I miss something? Why are we doing .NET Run again? Oh, why am I doing .NET Run again? I don't think I should be doing this. I should not be doing this, but we're gonna do it. So let's do it. Yeah, it, I don't think I should be doing this. And there I go. Now everything is crazy. Oh, you can develop applications that consume Azure AI services by using a key for authentication, which we did earlier. However, that means the application code must be able to obtain the key. Okay, we could store it in an environment variable. Uh huh. Or a configuration file. Okay. Stored in the key vault. Good. Reading is so fundamental because now here we are, and I would have to, I don't know, um, how do I get these errors off my screen? Yeah, so let's just do what this says if we need to, because I think we already have the keys by default. But let's follow the instructions. Did the logo change? Is this real? I don't know about that. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Mm. Oh no 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 no. We gotta configure access. Oh, I can't. Well, what's the point of doing this then? Because this exercise, let's finish reading. Pretty sure the exercise requires us to. All right, I did page 1, access configuration. Scroll down to the access policy section, select my user. Can I do that? Think about my brain, it looks for any reason to say forget it sometimes. Select my user on the chat box on the left. And then create. So I don't see my user, so we're gonna do that create part. I can't create a key vault either. Well, hello. Well, forget it. I think we're done then. We did what we're supposed to do. We used the keys. This was automated, and we're gonna not yet clean up because we're gonna use this again. So this is actually done. I'm sorry it wasn't so elegant, but it's done. And then we're gonna head right back over to here and do our knowledge check. So did I learn anything? You need to regenerate the primary subscription key. What should you do to minimize service interruption? So we're gonna have the key set up. Why is everything gray? Okay, good. So we're gonna have a key set up in position number 1. Put out the key number 2. Then if we need to change it, you put number 2 in position 1, and then you regenerate 2. And you rotate like that. So we would change to the secondary key. You want to store the keys securely. Key vault. And then when running the code on your computer that connects to Azure AI services, you get an error that access is denied. What configuration do you need to set in the services instance? I don't remember reading this, but I should know this from experience. So let's see. What configuration do you need to set? You can manage the IP address, which is here. And yeah. Boom. All right. So here we go. We completed the module. So we're at module 3 out of 10. Again, I'm going to end up on that leaderboard today. If I stop momentum, I don't know what's going to happen. So let's just finish. So if I do a refresh here, it should show that I'm done. Perfect. You want to see the leaderboard, guys? Let's go see the leaderboard if it's populated yet. Here I am on page number 1. Uh-huh. Yeah. Goal achieved, but we're aiming for the stars. Let's go a little higher. So I think I should be at 3 now. I'm gonna again end up here. I wouldn't mind being number 1. If you know, you know. If I'm a D, why am I working? Oh my god, I love my sense of humor. So, all right, let's get back to work. All right, so monitor. Let's do this one very, very, very quickly. Writing on it, patience. So here we're going to monitor costs, create alerts, manage services, diagnostic logging. I think what I don't love is I can't remember. Maybe I do love everything. So I didn't even read the code that I just had over here. There's confidence English and it's passing the information here into some text. Where's the output? Oh, right line. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Monitor cost. Yeah. Before deploying, you can estimate cost. I wouldn't say this is always the most precise tool, in my opinion, because why is this the interface? I mean, come on. Uh, I think they need to realize that as much as a lot of us using Azure are people who have studied and passed exams and stuff, unless you throw an auto scale feature in this, why am I gonna? You know what I mean? So anyway, let's head back. Let's go back. In common with other Azure resources, and by the way, we're going to be number one, but we're also going to learn. All right. In common with other Azure resources, you can view details of accumulated costs in the portal. To view the cost, sign in and go to the cost analysis tab, which would be over. I'm not seeing cost analysis unless the name. Okay. I think that's saying I'm in somewhere that's not my business. Yeah, so the cost analysis is over here. You could see what your services are costing you. Um, mm, 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 mm. Anyway, so oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't show off my badge. Oh no. Oh, I took a screenshot. I'll share it later. Uh, all right, live stream. We're halfway there. Mm, the alerts. Sometimes I forget we have this. It provides alerting for support for resources, the creation of alert rules. Your alert rules are set to configure notifications and alerts. Hmm. So you can create rules and you can add rules and the scope of the rule and the condition. How deep does it go? I don't know, but it says here the scope is what you want to monitor. I want to monitor my database for my actual app. The trigger is I want to know if fields are changing that are not necessarily On a monitor for SQL injections. Specific trigger is based on a signal type, which can be an activity log. Nice. Number of errors exceeding 10. Actions, you can get an email, and then you can get the name for the rule. So in my case, I would love to know if someone has improperly accessed my database by injecting information that's not valid. Even though that's kind of like an after the fact situation, it's still good. So we could probably read for symbols. So let's try and set that up if we can. We might get a lab. It collects metrics at different intervals. You can track indicators of usage and performance. You can view the metrics by going to, let me just make sure this is still streaming. Okay, good. You could view the metrics by going to the portal, by going to the resource and going to the metrics page. Okay, so if we head over to multi-service, which I love now, we can monitor. All right. If you see what I see, okay, you see what I see. Let's keep going. Mm-hmm. So who's gonna codify these? Like, who's gonna? You have to do this if you know what you're looking for. In my opinion, I was gonna learn something new. So you can to the chart. You can choose the appropriate ones when you're satisfied. And in the Azure portal, you can make dashboards that have multiple visualizations from different resources. All right, we could make dashboards. So if we head over to dashboards somewhere, uh, okay, the regular menu. It's in preview. So where the hell is it at? Okay. Okay. Oh. 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 Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna do a custom dashboard. And we're gonna do tracking for we're gonna do tracking for the AI services hub. Yeah, all resources. Oh, never mind. Let's see. Could we add a do we get to choose a resource? Yeah, we do. So when you click, nothing happens. But if I go and after saving it, I can. So this is overwhelming. I'm gonna stop that. There's a whole thing for that. Noted. Create resources for diagnostic line capture. I'm gonna need this too. But I need to have a destination for the data. I can use the Event Hub as a destination. Sweet. Because where's the data gonna go? What the hell just downloaded? Right. Okay. So let's finish reading. Did not understand a word I just read. Let's go again. The Event Hub allows you to forward the data that you get when you're logging to data on a custom solution, telemetry solution. Telemetry is I forgot what it is, but I know what I forgot. We can look it up together. Process of gathering, sending data for monitoring. Good. Always be open to learn. In most cases, use one or both. So off again, connect directly to third-party solution. Yeah. However, in most cases, you use one or both of the following kind of resource: log analytics and storage, a cloud-based data store that you store log archives. Good. And a service that enables you to query and visualize unlocked data. So instead of hiring a database expert or whatever, spending a lot of money, you could get this for let's get the price. Let's get the pricing. How much money you could save? A lot of money, because this is oh yeah, per gigabyte. How much gigabytes are you needing with text data? Not a lot. This is huge cost savings. Azure Storage, a cloud-based data store that you can use to store the archive. So let's look up our storage pricing. Let's see. It's also per gigabyte, super affordable. So, and if it's archive, it's even cheaper. No, you can't help me. Thank you. You should create these resources before making logging if you intend to log data. So, okay, so make a pay storage account before you're logging. Thanks for letting me know. I wish I could highlight that. With your destinations in place, you can configure the diagnostic settings. You go to the diagnostic settings page. I don't know why it's teaching me all of this. Meaning, is there a quiz? But let's see. The AC is getting hot. Let me close this door now. All right, and all the doors closed. All right, so what is this? It's an audit log retention time. I just want to skim through this. I'm not seeing what I'm looking for, which is the word database. Um, mm, 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 mm. View the log data. So this is where I tend to go to ChatGPT and say, "Yo, where's what I'm looking for?" Because maybe this is just like who is signing in, who is signing out, who created a resource, who deleted a resource, who assigned permissions, who That's cool and all, but I don't. That's not what I'm looking for. I think they already give you that information too for free. Well, not free, you're paying for everything, but it's there. I guess that's for people who want that. But I want code specific logs. Hmm. Let's not get distracted. It does not capture code specific logs unless I set it up to do so. It's designed for logs across the Azure environment. So we can um, have my app do custom logs. So that's code specific changes. If I'm using application insights in my app, I can configure it to send an invite to. So what this is saying is if you're using application insights, you can configure it to capture detailed trace logs. I'm not using application insights. What is that going to do for me again? Um, for okay, there we go. Captures code level telemetry. Quest. Again, a lot of these are things I have for free. I have access to who is changing my code. Um, no, I don't. I have access to when it was changed, not who's changing it. Well, I'm using DevOps. I wouldn't need that. All right, information overload. Let's finish. Jesus, if I have to do one more lab, I think we might have to do number up to five today, guys. Or this could be the last one. I'm saturated. It's gonna connect. It's gonna disconnect and then we can reconnect again. So let's give it a moment. Yeah. We're just gonna give this a moment. A moment, a moment, a moment. All right, let's go. Let's clone the repo. Let's make it quick. We're gonna head over to Visual Studio. I'll close that. We're gonna open this. Let's see how fast we can get this done. The beauty is, practice does make perfect. So, uh, watch me work. Watch me work. Oh, my back. All right. So, we are now. Mm, 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 mm. We're going to configure an alert. So we're going to go to the resource and we're going to go to, girl, I don't need that. Can I delete this? Yeah. What was that? Create DevOps starter. And this is how we made a VM this whole time. Okay. I can't be working while I'm doing this. Let's focus what this is. So we're gonna head over to the service and then we're gonna go into our, what are we doing? The alerts page. So we're gonna set up our alerts and then make our alert rule. As much as I get granular with this, I pray to God that like when I need it most, I remember what I'm tracking because there's always there tends to be like so many resources, so much resources. Um, when it's game time. All right, create alert rule, and then we are um huh? I'm sorry, did I miss something? We have the scope. Yeah. We're in the conditions, yeah. Signals. Oh, click it. Reading is uh-uh. We don't care what you think, what you saw. You better read what we put. the Microsoft slogan, reading is fundamental. To RuPaul. All right. Link to show the selected signal pane. Scroll down to the activity log section and then select list keys and then apply. Why are we doing this? If somebody's trying to list the keys we want to see, or are we trying to count how much keys we got? What's this thing? Review the activity. I don't know what I'm reading. I don't know what I'm reading. It says list keys. Action tab. Let's keep going. Sending an email notification. Where are you seeing that? Mm, 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 mm. Okay. I think I'm not where I'm supposed to be. So let's go back here. Let's go back to here and then go back to here and then here and then details and then set the rule name. AI rules and then our AI overlords, thank you. And then I'm just kidding. And then I should put transcription on this thing. Read the whole thing. And then enable. So then we're gonna review and create. I think we're done. So we just made an alert rule. And then in our guide here, it says we can use the following command to get the list of AI services keys. Replacing the resource name with the name of my service keys. So we can list the keys. Why do we need an alert to list the keys when we could just list the keys? Because it's a service type. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. Switch back to the browser containing the portal. Refresh your alerts page. You should see Sev4 listed in the table. I don't see that. I don't see that nowhere. I don't see that. Oh, wait up to 5 minutes. Okay. Is this almost done yet? As well as defining alerts, you can view metrics for Azure. So, guys, if you're watching this, I don't know where I'm in the tutorial. I'm not going to lie to you. I know that we're looking at Azure alerts for the AI services. I know it created a graph with like 4 bars, and then it's saying here that I'm supposed to see a Sev4 alert, or it's 3 bars, but I'm not sure what the purpose of it is. And of course, as you know, with learning, I need to know the purpose of something to have it stick. Otherwise, my brain is going to think it's a waste of my time. So I'm just gonna wrap this up and then move on because I don't know what's going on. But okay, so here we're seeing that there's some code we're gonna run. All right, so let's give it a shot. We can view metrics to monitor its utilization. Good. Okay, we could do with that. See how it's being used. So we're gonna head back over here and go to metrics and then go to monitoring, which I don't see. Let's do a search. Yeah, no. Review the possible metrics. I guess it's under here. And we're going to look for total calls again. And then, yes, in the aggregation list, select count. Good. And then this will enable us to monitor the total calls we made to the resource, which is useful to see how it's being used. So this is saying we could generate some requests. So we're going to head over back to our file. We're going to edit our um, dude. I'm opening this thing each time and I didn't realize that it's just 4 labs. So I am kind of being redundant and wasting my time, which I don't like to do. So we're going to just open this again. And then we're going to head back to lab number 3. Actually, I prefer this one because yeah. And then we're going to see if we can do lab number 2. Um, uh, oh, no, yeah. Mm, yeah, I think this happened because I don't know how to undo it. I tried to do .NET Run when I shouldn't have. So let's head back to the first one and let's see if we could still run the Mac version of this file. So I'm gonna take my endpoint. Well, I guess I have to just find it again. So let's head back to endpoint for the trillionth time. And then we're gonna see it even sign me out. It's so tired of me. Let's not do that. Let's actually just get the endpoint, shall we? Where did I put the endpoint? It's another story. And why is everything red? Come, okay, let's just debug this. Oh my god. I don't know what to do about the problems because I'm pretty sure that is that a fire alarm? I'm pretty sure that's a fire alarm. Okay then. Yeah, guys, everything is red after I ran that um command I wasn't supposed to do. So I'm not really sure how to fix it. I mean, I could run this in ChatGPT, but I'm also really tired now. So I suggest that we do the following. I try one last time with the last folder. And then I actually manually copy and paste the endpoints that are being requested of me. All right, this is what I recommend. So let's get this done. I'm not going to give up. And then we're going to go to the keys section. And then we're going to put the key in the service. And then we're going to run um, what we're supposed to run. Bad host name, be for real. I didn't even read that. Reading is what? Fundamental. I'm gonna put the key in, and then we're gonna put my endpoint in once again. This is not where I would say slow and steady wins anything. This is where I would say um, reading is so fundamental. Why don't some people read? Hmm? I bought my mom a fire alarm because she keeps occasionally leaving food on the stove, and she got on it and took it down. But it's still going off, and it's taken down state. What does that say? All right, good. Resource not found. Is that what I'm looking for? It better. The good news is this is working. The weird news is I'm not sure why it's not detecting whatever it's looking for. Um, it's looking for logging. Again, what does that have to do with? Hmm. Um, guys, if it's doing logging, and we just made a service to track. Oh, we're just looking at how much calls I did. So we gotta go back. We gotta go back. Gotta go back. I think we had. I don't remember how much calls it was, but we should see a spike somewhere. Um, in a second. So let's go over to monitoring alerts, no metrics, and then total calls, and then we should see a count, and then this should be updated. And it is not being updated, guys. Um, total count is 9. We should do this again, and it should be 10. It's not updating. I'm not seeing. Oh, it's a 50-minute. gap. So I'm going to reduce that. And how I know that was because I just read. So what? Hold on. Um. Mm, mm-mm. I'm not getting any calls, even though it's running, and even though I'm tracking. Do you think it's because I don't have a database, a dashboard? Did I not read something? There is an alert rule uh, over here, and the alert rule, it's not here. I didn't set it up. That's why. Is it gaslighting me? Tell me if I set this up. No, I didn't. No, I did not. I don't remember this. Don't know what. Don't know. Don't know. Don't know. I did set this up. Okay. See, it's created and it's going to take some time to show. And then we're going to run this log again and it should pop up. Perfect. Our alerts are working. But it worked the first time. I don't know why it didn't come up. So now we have successfully started to track what is going on. The dashboard still ain't showing it, but we know it's here. So that might take some time to update. But yeah, good. All right. So this lab is done. I am on page number 1, which was my goal for today. We're on the leaderboard. Let's do the knowledge check to see if I actually learned and absorbed anything. And then I'm going to show off about it successfully on my Instagram. Depends on how many. I don't know. I'll address that. I mean, I know what that means. How should you collect telemetry for later analysis? How should I collect it? Without reading the responses, you should collect it with logs. Okay, an alert is fine. You could collect it with it. You could read it with a dashboard. Mm, how should you collect it? I don't know if I like trick questions. How should you collect it for later analysis? You should get an email. That's what you should do. And you should have a dashboard. Because they taught dashboard first, I'm going to put dashboard. But it could also talk about how should you collect it, not interpret it. And you collect it by setting it up a certain way. Is it your diagnostic settings? Is that the proper name? I don't think it's called diagnostic settings. It's called like monitor on alert settings. I'm going to go with dashboard only because you aggregate it there. And in my mind, you're also collecting the data there to look at it. That's what dashboards are for. But I really want to say alert. I want to see if I put dashboard, why would they say alert? And if I put alert, why dashboard? But I'm going to put dashboard because you collect all resource data in a dashboard, but you collect individual resources in the alert. And it's asking about one resource. You're defining an alert that notifies you when a key regeneration event is recorded. What now? So if your keys change and it notifies you, what are you going to do? I think you want to, I don't know. I mean, if somebody changes your keys, you could look in the scope. Yeah, you can go deeper and monitor that. I think the scope is um okay. You can't look. Um, you're defining an alert. So you would pick you would narrow it down to the like the count thing and the thing you're tracking. I don't know. I don't even understand this question. You're defining an alert, like an email that notifies you when a key regeneration event happens. So like someone changes the keys for your app, and it's going to be in your activity log for the AI services. What should you do? I'm just going to say define a scope because you need to be clear on what are you trying to track, and that's a scope. Which is the first step? The second step is the condition with the signal type. You're viewing a metric for your AI services resource in a chart. You're viewing a metric for your Azure AI services resource in a chart. You want to combine that chart with visualizations of other resources and data. What do? So you're viewing, you want to combine the chart with visualizations. You're viewing a metric for your Azure AI services in a chart. All right, dashboard. You want to combine that, make a dashboard. I got them all right. Oh, period. It says I completed it, so I should have. Let's see. Review answers. What diagnostic settings really, really? Man. Anyway. All right, let's go. We're done. We got time to be number one. I'm on the leaderboard for today. We have to delete this resource now. So we are going to refresh this. 1, 2, 3. Let's see where I am on the leaderboard. John Paul. Okay, so it needs to update, but I'm maybe over Iris. The next person is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me be in the top 10. Let me drop a top 10 hit. Let's go. Continue learning. Deploy AI server. I'm sorry. I'm not going to risk that. Too tired. So thank you for watching. This is if I'm a DEI hire, why am I working? Why did I just do all that? Why am I about to be in the top 10? Why am I top 11? Out of, I don't know. don't know how much people are my cohort. So next time we gotta deploy AI services and containers. We're gonna create containers in AI services. We're gonna use the APIs available and host them with Docker containers. So we're gonna create containers for reuse. We're gonna deploy a container, secure one. We're gonna consume AI services from a container. They want me to in my prerequisites. Um, be familiar with navigating the portal, have experience with Docker containers. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Can deploy Azure services in containers on the same network. Okay. What does that? What does the container do here? I don't understand. It says if the app uses sensitive data on premise to call the AI services over at Microsoft, you can put the AI services on the same network at the Microsoft level. Uh, I don't. That doesn't imply that the container is doing anything at all. It's just saying it's completely different stuff. It decreases the late. Oh, the container is on premise. Didn't say that. Okay, so the telemetry is being passed to the container versus transferring direct data. I don't know. Let's see what this is talking about. Not gonna lie, I'm getting saturated. Thank you. We'll see you later.